Hey, horror fans! Once again, it is me, the Horror Miser. My name is time to review the latest horror movie. This is coming from France. This is the horror movie called Infested. I don't think you want to stay at this place.
Y'all ready for this?
Hey, horror fans! Once again, it is me, the Horror Miser. My name. Now, Infested is a 2024 French horror film. It was directed by Sebastian Vanacek. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. It was also written by Sebastian Vanacek and Florent Bernard. Now, the film stars Theo Christian, Jerome Neal, Flanagan Oldfield, Sophia, I think her last name is spelled Lesofri, and Lisa Naracco. Now, in this film, residents of a rundown French apartment building battle against an army of deadly, rapidly reproducing spiders. Ooh, I want to stay there. Already got the creeps. You know, when it comes to horror fans, perhaps the one thing filmmakers can count on of making the audience cringe in fear, disgust, and dread are spider horror films. Yes. I mean, nothing makes a person feel those types of emotions than seeing those creepy looking, ugly looking 8-legged animals on the screen. I mean, you get fear just by looking at them in real life. It's even worse having to watch them on the big screen. I mean, I see how people react when they see spiders in real life. You know, you see a spider crawling around, whether it's one of those tiny spiders or those daddy long legs or even some of the big spiders. People jump up in fear just by seeing spiders in real life. It's next to nothing. It's almost just as the same when you're watching a spider horror film. Whether it's the 1955 film, one of my favorites, Tarantula, the 1977 TV film Kingdom of the Spiders that starred William Shatner, the 1990 film Arachnophobia, which is the fear of spiders, and of course 2002's the horror comedy Eight-Legged Freaks. Those are all good examples of decent spider horror films. Now, there are some other spider films. I think there was something that was called Big Ass Spider that came out maybe a year or two ago. I never saw that particular film, but every time when we see a spider film, we always look and discuss and like, ooh, God, they just creep you out. So now French director Sebastian Vanacek brings us his latest entry to this subgenre of horror. This is his feature-length film directorial debut called Infested. Now, taking place in a rundown French apartment building, we're introduced to Caleb, a struggling young man who makes his money selling stolen Nike films and selling exotic animals. Now, while arguing with his sister Mammon, we see that Caleb has bought a weird looking spider that he bought from a store that sells exotic animals on the black market. So, of course, the spider escapes from the box Caleb put it in, and before anyone notices, the spider starts laying his eggs. And next thing you know, there are spiders everywhere in the building. So Caleb and his friends must fight for their lives and hope to survive this infestation that is happening. It doesn't really take long neither. Now, for his first feature film, I have to give Sebastian credit because he did a pretty good job. He set this up, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people, as I got Attack the Block vibes. Very on point when it comes to this type of setup because Attack the Block, which unfortunately dealt with aliens in that particular film, has the same setup here. I mean, I really did love the interesting characters he's created here. You know, we got Caleb, his sister Mammon, his best bud Jordy, along with Matthias and Lila. We have a nice collection of friends, Caleb's friends here. Then, of course, we have the so-called tough guys, like I think it's now pronounced Musala, and the level of Miss Claudia, as everyone seems to get along. Like you got this nice group of people, almost like a family setting here in this apartment building. I mean, it is a nice way to get the audience to care about these characters before the spiders attack, as we know most of these people will not survive. They're just fodder for the spiders. The fact that this takes place in an apartment building that is dark, dreary, and dull makes this a perfect setting, and Sebastian and his team take full advantage of it. Very well filmed, great cinematography in this film, well produced film. I don't know what the budget is, but at least we get some good production out of this film. And there are also very good, a couple intense scenes where Caleb and his friends encounter, and it will make your skin crawl as you feel they actually have no chance to survive. I mean, there's one particular scene, which I won't mention, that takes place midway in the second act of the film. It's like, oh my God, how are they going to get through that? Now, French actor Theo Christian is very good as Caleb. You know, a young man who is still mourning the loss of his mother, and he tried to bring his dream to life despite the current situation he is now. I like the fact that despite the fact people may think he's peddling drugs, but he's not peddling drugs. He just has stolen Nikes and he has exotic animals. And that's something of a dream that he and his good friend Jordy had. And that's what he's trying to do right now. I mean, he cares about everyone in the building, and I love his encounters with the tough guys who buy his stolen Nikes. He's not afraid of them. You know, they sort of like to act tough in the particular film, but he knows how to deal with them. I mean, he has great chemistry with Lisa Narako, who plays his sister Mamam, because they bicker like normal siblings do, but deep down inside, they still love each other. There is a nice scene that takes place right towards the end of the film where they know they actually do admit their love for each other, but you can tell that they do love each other despite the fact they bicker throughout the whole film. Now, while the production and the acting are pretty good, the spiders are another thing because at times they look very creepy and dangerous, but at other times they kind of look fake. Like again, I don't know what the budget they spent on this particular film, but like I said before, at times you want to make a film like this, you want to make the spider or spiders look scary and frightening, and in order to create the type of tension and suspense. And there are times when the spiders look frightening, but then the other times they look fake. It seems Sebastian was more interested in creating suspense and tension in his films. We do not see a lot of blood and gore in this particular film. Yeah, there's some little aspects of the film where we see a whole bunch of cobwebs and people in the webs. We get that part, but there's no real gore, what you normally expect in a film like this. I mean, even in Eight-Legged Freaks, we did see some gore in that particular film, and the spiders, even the most of them were CGI, were still threatening. Here, it's okay. I mean, I'm sure most people who don't like spiders will probably not like watching this film. But as a horror film, like I said, it's fine, but I was kind of expecting more than what I saw. So I'm going to get Infested only 3 out of my 5 bloody gold coins. Yes, it's a pretty good film. Like I said, it's very well produced. I love the amount of tension and suspense that Sebastian put in this particular film. The acting was very good. Everyone did a good, fine job, but I was kind of expecting more. Something's wrong. Like I said before, I don't know how much they put in the budget, but obviously did not go for any practical effects. There are some bigger spiders that look pretty good, but then some of the bigger spiders look fake. It's, what can I say? So only 3 out of my 5 bloody gold coins. So there you have it, guys. That is my review and video of Infested. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, like, and share. It really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. Have you seen Infested? Tell me what you thought about the film. Leave your comments in the comment section leave your comments in the comment section and tell me what you thought about Infested. Also, if you're new here, please hit that subscriber button, ring that notification bell. That way, we notify anytime when I put a new video such as this one. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G. And always remember that horror rules. And I see you in my next video. You guys stay safe out there.